Hello, my name's Christopher, and today I'm going to show you how to install Crafty Controller on CasaOS using BigBearCasaOS, a third-party app store. So, a little bit about this series, I'm going over home labs, or installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So, if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel, and let's get started. I wanted to let y'all know about the Big Bear community. We just launched a community on community.bigbeartechworld.com. It's based on discourse, so go on there, join it, and say hi. So let's get back to your registered programming. So this is what I'll be installing today, Crafty 4. Crafty 4 is the next iteration of our Minecraft server wrapper, controller, launcher, boasting a clean new look built from the ground up. So this is what I'll be installing today. So now I'm going to start on BigBearCasaOS, and there will be a link down in the YouTube description to get to this. And I'm going to go over the search and type Crafty. And then now I'm going to go in the Docker Compose right here. So the CasaOS app name is called BigBearCrafty. And then I'm going to set some services, and then the first service underneath the services is called BigBearCrafty. And then the container name is going to be called BigBearCrafty, and this is so Docker doesn't have to generate a random name. And then the image is coming off the registry of GitLab, and this is the registry, and this is the Docker image right here. And then this is the Docker image tag. So the container restart policy is unless stop. So that means if you stop it for any reason, it will not try to restart. But if it fails any other reason, then it will try to restart. And then environment variables, you can set your own time zone right here. And then port mapping, the left side is the host, the right side is the container. So 8443 is on the host, 8443 is on the container. So if this does collide with another port on your host, you can change it. And same goes for these. And then now volumes, so data, app data, dynamic variable, which is the app ID, and it's gotten from the name up here. And then data backups. So this is on the host side, and then on the container side is Crafty backups. And same goes with the rest of these right here. So now the CasaOS information to explain the environment variables, the volumes, the ports, and now the CasaOS information to explain the app on the App Store, the architectures that the Docker image supports, so AMD 64 and ARM 64, and that is saying what this supports right here. And so the main service is BigBearCrafty, and that rhymes with service up here. And then a description, the tagline, the developer, the author of the Docker Compose, the icon, thumbnail, title, and then the category, so people can find all the BigBearCasaOS apps by just clicking the BigBearCasaOS category. And then port map is 8443. And then that rhymes with the host port up here of 8443. And then now the scheme is set to HTTPS. And then now tips before installing. So that's a little bit about the Docker Compose. So I wanted to let you know about the BigBearClub. You can join it, and it greatly supports this channel, and I very much appreciate it. So if you'd like to join the BigBearClub, you can go down the YouTube description and go to my Ko-Fi link and join it from there. So let's get back to registered programming. So now I'm going to start on my CasaOS. I'm going to go to App Store, and then I'm going to go to search and type Crafty. And then now you'll see Crafty Controller right here, and you'll know it's coming from BigBearCasaOS because the category down here. So you click it, then you can install, and if you go to here, it'll show you where your default credentials are. So I'm going to go next steps, and then it's installing. So what this is doing is it's downloading the Docker image off the registry, getting it extracted, getting it up with Docker Compose underneath, because this is using the Docker engine. It's also setting up the network and the volumes, which are the binds. So we got it successfully installed, and it's good to go. So I'm going to go over the app settings for CasaOS. So I'm going to go up to this vertical dots right here, click it. You can open in the web UI, you can set some tips, and you can edit, and then come down here and do testing and then save. Now to reload the container, and then I'm going to go back into tips, and you can see it did save. So that's kind of like a notepad. And then settings right here, you can change the settings, and then you can press the save button. You can go over here to the terminal logs and go inside of the container, and then logs right here. This is great for debugging. And then you can export the Docker Compose right here, and then you can close out. So you can check for updates from BigBearCasaOS with the check then update, and then uninstall, restart, and power off and on. So now I'm going to go find the password to log into the Crafty Controller. So I'm going to go to the Files app, then App Data, BigBearCrafty, Data, Config, and then default creds.txt over here. And then this is the password, so I'm going to copy this. So you'll copy yours, and then we'll have to remember the username is admin. So I'm going to exit out of here, and we got the credentials, so we're going to log in next. So I'm going to go into the Crafty Controller now. So you can open from here, or you can go up here and open it. So now it's got a self-signed certificate, so I'm going to Advanced, Proceed. Then I'm going to put the username is admin, and then the password is the one that we copied from the default creds.txt. So I'm going to log in now. So we got logged into Crafty Controller. So now I'm going to go through the UI. So if you're starting your dashboard, you can see servers over here. You can create a new server, and you can create a new server, import an existing server, and then import a zip file, and then upload a zip file for server import. You can go over here to Minecraft Bedrock, and you can see the documentation. You can go back to the dashboard. You can go up here and see the notification center. You can go to the cogs right here, and you can see users, roles, config.json, and then customize Crafty. And you can go over here to support logs, activity logs, and log out. So you can go into support logs, and it takes a little bit to prepare them. So that's a little bit about the UI in Crafty. So now I'm going to just create a server real quick. So if you go over to servers right here, create new server, and then you can select your server type, a Minecraft servers, and then Minecraft proxies. And then you can select which type of server, so vanilla, paper, fabric, folio, forge, installer, and prepare. So I'm going to go with paper. And then you can select your server version and the server name. I'm going to just go with testing server. And then you can select your minimum memory, and then maximum memory and server port. And then you can build the server and reset the form. So I'm going to build the server. And then you can see it's importing. So now you can start, clone, and kill process. You can go into the server, and you can see it's offline. You have logs, schedule, backup, files, config, and then player management, and then metrics and webhooks. So I'm going to go ahead and start the server, and you must agree to the Minecraft EULA. No, yes. And then now it's downloading the .jar. This can take a little bit to do. So you can go up here to a terminal, logs, and then you can go over to logs, and then you can go to schedule, and you can create a schedule, start the server, restart the server, shut down server, backup server, and custom command. A basic, cron, a reaction, and then you can back up, and compress, shut down server for duration of backup, run command before backup, and run command after backup. You can go to files right here, and you can see all the files. And you can use Vim, Emacs, Sublime for the key bindings. A config right here, and then player management, metrics, CPU and memory, and then webhooks. You go in here, a Discord, Mattermost, Slack, Teams. So that's how to get a server set up. So I just went over step by step on getting Crafty Controller running on CasaOS using BigBearCasaOS. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or any community support, you can go down to the Big Bear community and join our forum. There's a link in the YouTube description. So stay tuned for more.